So what are two US AI stocks, artificial intelligence stocks, that you can put in your watch list as we head into April 2024? Hey guys, Joey here, top 𝐿 trader in Philips Securities, and in this video I'll be showing you guys two US AI stock that has pretty much been the buzzword since last year, and these are the stocks that you can put in your watch list. It's not NVIDIA. I think all of you know about NVIDIA. They have surged up by more than 500% since the beginning of 2023. So it's not NVIDIA, right? There are other stocks. There is a play on the AI space as well. All right, some of those are in the semiconductor sector. Some of them could be, assisting the semiconductor sector as well. So what are these three AI stocks? Well, I'll share with you guys one stock, one by one. We'll dive into what the company is doing, some of the key reasons why I like these stocks, and we will even dive into the charts to see where we are technically on the charts, where could be some good levels whereby we could time our entry to get in and why. And we will even look at the system that I have to see what it says. Are there any bullish signals that came out on this web-based software that I have that guides us on entry and exit? So let's dive into the very first stock I'll share with you. Let's go. So the first US stock I'll share with you would be this company called Qualcomm, stock code 𝐄𝐝𝐿. So this company trading at about $167 right now is pretty much in the semiconductor space, focusing on wireless technologies and solutions, 5G and all that. So let's take a look at some of the reasons why I like Qualcomm. So the first reason would be 5G growth potential. So it is a leading player in what we call the 5G technologies. No longer 4G, we're all moving to 5G, and there are increasing demand for 5G enabled devices, not just smartphones like iPhones and Android phones, not really that, but more into other devices, Wi-Fi, EVs as well. And Qualcomm stands to benefit from this growth trend. And you can see that the company is also focused on diversifying its business beyond just smartphone modems, right, into areas like IoT, Internet of Things, and automotive applications, as well as it prepares itself for future growth. So not just in smartphones, Wi-Fi, but also into EV space as well. Everything require wireless technology, right? Next thing would be the AI market exposure. So Qualcomm 𝐄𝐝𝐿 has been focusing on what we call generative artificial intelligence, AI, right? And it's pretty much a play on the AI as well. Not just producing the chips to service the sector, but essentially the company has also introduced what we call AI-focused smartphone platforms like Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, right? It demonstrates its commitment to this sector as well. So kind of producing products to serve the AI space. Next, financial performance. So the company's revenue has been growing as well, very strong track record of earnings beats, and it offers a pretty decent dividend yield of about 2.3% per year, one of the highest in the semiconductor space. Number 4, Qualcomm extended deal with Apple to supply chips for Apple products through 2026, provide stability and potential long-term growth. So this partnership with Apple, along with the Qualcomm CEO confidence in doubling chip manufacturing capacity by 2030, this is all good for Qualcomm. Next, Qualcomm is trading at about 15 to 16 times Wall Street analyst consensus estimate for 2024 free cash flow, which is considered slightly undervalued, and that could be a play on the fundamental perspective as well, right? So let's take a look at the stock right now to see where we are on the chart, right? So this is Qualcomm trading at about $167 right here. You can see that over the past few months, since November, over the past 3 to 4 months, we have seen a bottom right over here. We were trading above the $100 support level, touched a couple of times last year, and finally, same thing, we pushed away from 100, went all the way up, and we broke this key resistance level, right? So this was be the $140. You can see we kind of broke above the 140, retested, and we started to push above 140 as well. So yes, turned into what we call an uptrend, I would say, since the beginning of the year. And after breaking 140, that is where there is much more strength coming back, right? Buyers started to push this stock even higher. So we went to a high of around $180 just over the past 1-2 weeks, and there was some selling coming back. We are starting to retrace back down again. So let me take a look at this level, which I'll share with you guys. This would be the 160. So 160 would be the resistance level. You can see we have breached this resistance, right? We kind of tested it, went back down, came back down, and finally we breached the 160. So 140 and then 160 gave way, and we've gone past 160 to hit to 180, and now we are seeing a little bit of a retracement. So what could be some of the good potential entry levels that you could think about getting in for this stock that is in an uptrend? So what I mean by uptrend? Well, uptrending stocks will be stocks that are pushing higher. There's more strength for it to move even higher, and those are stocks that you want to focus on as well. So you can see that in terms of Qualcomm, the longer term trend is up, red above the blue. The 100 days moving average is above the 200 days moving average. So yes, turning the uptrend, I say, since the beginning of the year. All right, in the short term, started to push up. So right now, I would say that this 160 resistance that it has broken somewhere about 2 to 3 weeks back, that would be like the new support level, right? So you can see some weakness, maybe it might dip a little bit towards the 160. And if we do see some, stability over there, some good buying pressure coming back or some good reversal candles, that could be a sign of strength, and that could lead the reversal maybe all the way back up to 180. All right, first 180, there might be some temporary profit taking, and then all the way back up to the recent high. In fact, the high that you have seen 2 years back before the sell down, that would be $190. You can see right over here in 2022, we touched a couple of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and we started to sell down as there were talks about rate hikes, inflation, and all that. We started to turn into a downtrend. So that could be the resistance, the 190, 180 to 190 targets, whereby we could start to see some profit taking, and that could be where you might want to take some profit as well. Okay, let's take a look at how Qualcomm looks on my 1GT system. So I have a web-based software that alerts us to stocks like this and also guides us on entry and exit. So you can find a little bit more on this software or the strategy behind it. You can attend one of those free webinars. I'll just place the link below. Register for this free webinar where I'll share with you on this one good trend strategy, all right, and how perhaps you could have a system like this to guide you as well, right? So the link is right below. So let's take a look at this Qualcomm on the system right here. You can see that since November, as I mentioned, right, since November, we kind of like found a bottom around $100. We got a bullish signal. So this is like a green arrow pointing up. So it was a bit of a downtrend, right? It was like a red arrow is like a bit bearish. It was like moving down, sold off a little bit. But in November, 2nd of November to be exact, we got the bullish entry signal with a green arrow pointing up. It started to push up. We got to exit. The next day, another bullish signal, and you can see that it started to push up again. You got to exit. So whenever we see an exit signal, that could guide us to get out as well, because that's where some profiting has came back. All right, we might hit to a resistance whereby there is some selling pressure, right? So we got to exit, came down a little bit, consolidated. Pump, another bullish signal came out, went back up, exit. And let's take a look at the most recent bullish signal, 9 of Feb, somewhere around the $150. We got a bullish signal, same thing, green arrow pointing up. 1 week later, went all the way up, and right over here we got the exit signal just about 3 days back, right? About 2-3 days back, we got the exit signal, and now we are seeing a little bit of weakness, right? So as I mentioned, right, if we do hit lower, maybe to near 160, 165, find some stability, and of course, if we do see like a new bullish entry signal coming back, like this green arrow here and here and here, right? That's happening over the past like 3 to 4 months. Well, that could be a sign of strength again. That could be when buyers are starting to get back in, and that could guide us to get back in as well. All right, so this is Qualcomm. We got an exit from the previous bullish signal, but it still looks good. We're looking to see if any new bullish signal can come back again. That could lead us to even more upside as the uptrend continues even further. So guys, if you like this video, go ahead to give me a like, hit the subscribe button or the follow button as well. That will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing it, right? So let me share with you guys the second US AI stock that you want to put in your watch list as we head into the next month, April 2024, right? So this stock is none other than Cadence Design System, stock code CDNS. What is this company doing? Well, this company is in the electronic system design, all right, and it provides software and hardware, pretty much designs the electronic components of many of those companies, and it's a play on the AI as well. So let me just go ahead to share with you guys the reasons why I like CDNS. So it's a play on the AI sector due to its involvement in what we call artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies to enhance CDN networks, content delivery networks. So it's kind of like a play on the semiconductor sector as well, all right, and it is kind of like a leader in the electronic system design sector. So it designs all those electronic systems and all that, and it kind of like benefits from continuous advancement in technology and increasing demand for computational solutions across the industry. So even in the semiconductor industry as well. And in terms of valuations, why is expected to grow? I mean, profit is expected to grow by 79% over the next couple of years, and there's more room for more upside. So this is CDNS right here, trading at about $298. You can see that for Cadence, right, it has been in an uptrend, I would say, since the beginning of last year, right? Since the beginning of last year, in fact, since like 2023, all right, we had the moving averages in terms of the longer term trend turning up with the 100 days red line crossing above the 200 days moving average blue line. So both of these lines started to point up January, Feb, March last year, and we started to push higher and higher. We formed what we call higher lows. So you can see the lows actually got higher. You can see that each time we went up, we sold back down. But as we sold back down, the low was actually higher than the previous low. So there's a sign of an uptrend forming. You can see the low gets higher and higher and higher. And for all these lows, you can see that we are pretty much in uptrend. We can draw an upward sloping, what we call channel support line connecting the low. So very strong uptrend, I would say, since the beginning of 2023. Of course, in the short term, we did see some profit taking and some consolidation, but overall, in the longer term, it just looks bullish, right, in terms of the uptrend. All right, so you can see right now, let's dive into where we are right now. So over the past like 1 month, you can see that we have broke this very key resistance level. Let me just draw it for you. You can see this is a resistance level at that $280. So you can see like from November to December was like up, came back down, went up, sellers came back down. So we were trading below this $280 resistance level. That is a level whereby a lot of sellers are there to push it down, but we were still in a longer term uptrend. And finally, I can see right over here, this $280 resistance level gave way, started to push a little bit higher, maybe all the way up to 320, right? So 320, that would be the resistance level right now. Over the past 1 over month, it seems like sellers are just coming out right around 320. So what could be the potential entry levels, but you could think about getting in on dips to maybe ride the reversal, all right, maybe breaking the 320 and pushing even higher? Well, I would say that this level would be none other than the $280. So this 280, as I mentioned, it was the resistance level. We broke above it. Now that could potentially become a support level as we are still holding above the 280. So let me just change this from red color to green color. You can see that we actually went to like 320, came back down, retested, went back up, and now we are kind of like making our way back down a little bit, maybe all the way down to like 280 something, and that's where some buying pressure might come back again. So 280, 285, 290, I think those are all where what we call areas of value or hot zones whereby you could time your entry to get in on this, especially if we see some strength coming back, some good bullish candles coming back there. That would be a good thing. And upside targets could be from 280, 290 all the way up to that 320 resistance. Of course, if the 320 were to give way as well, upside targets may be revised, maybe all the way up to $360, but that would be for another video, right? And you can see that for this 280, right, in terms of the trend, right, we have the moving averages right here as well, the 100 days moving average. This is what we call the red line, but that's where you can see that somewhere in January we neared the red line. 100 days moving average rebounded. Same thing over here in October, rebounded, right? In September, rebounded. Somewhere in August, rebounded. So as we approach the 100 days moving average red line, all right, that is where we saw some bargain hunting coming back over the past 1 year. So there's kind of like 2 or 3 confirmations. If we hit to this 280 to 290 level, we are back to very near where this 100 days moving average line is. Plus, it is now also what we call a horizontal resistance turn support where we are still trading above, right? So that could be where it could be a good zone for you to think about getting in again. So let's check out how CDNS, Cadence Design Systems, is looking on my 1GT system. This web-based software that I have that alerts us to winners like this and so guides us on entry and exit. So I'll not go too far, but you can see that somewhere since last year, January 2023, the trend kind of like turned from red. So it was a bit of a downtrend. You can see we have like bearish signals coming out previously, went down, the trend bar was red, so a bit more bearish, but since last year, January, right, we started to see the bar, the trend turning from red to green, so it turned bullish, right, and we had bullish signals coming in. Look at this green arrow pointing up, went up. Of course, a couple, I'm not go through all the signals, but definitely we had a couple of, I would say, more bullish entry signals coming out, so they push higher. Of course, some bearish signals along the way as it sold down a little bit in the short term, all right, so in an uptrend, in the longer term, doesn't mean that you go up every single day, right? Sometimes in the short term, we can see some sideways consolidation, we can see some profit taking, and there might be some bearish signals coming out that lead that short-term retracement. All right, so yeah, that's what we saw. But each time it retraces back down, a new bullish signal comes back, pump up. All right, so let's just go to where we are right now. Over the past few months, I think since November, a bullish signal went up. Selling came back, went up, And I would say that the most recent bullish signal would be around that, I would say around 22 of Feb, right? So that was the most recent bullish signal. So there are no exits right now. There are still no exits right now. So it still looks quite okay. So as I mentioned, right, as long as you stay above maybe that 280 to 290 level, that is kind of like the new support level, also where the 100-day moving average line is, right? And that's where potentially we can see some bargain hunting coming back again. And we stay above these levels, I would say that we might see a bit of a rebound, might push and break the 320, and this bullish signal may start to play out even further. So there we have it, guys. These are pretty much the two US AI stocks that you can put in your watch list as we head into April 2024, right? So we have gone through some of the fundamental reasons why we like them, the charts as well, and also what it says on my system. So I hope you have a clearer idea of what to do, how you can position yourself in these two stocks. So if you like this video, guys, go ahead to give me a like, smash the subscribe button, the follow button, so that you will not miss out on videos like this. And if you want to find out a little bit more on this strategy, or maybe how a system like that can help you, can attend one of those free webinars that are running. All right, the link is right below. Click on the link, register for it, and I'll share with you guys in this webinar. It's a 2-hour long webinar. I'll share with you more on the entire one good trend strategy behind the system and how a system can help you as well. So you're a bit clearer on when to get in, when to get out. So guys, if you like these two US AI stocks and you want more stocks like that on a monthly basis, well, you can check out this premium service that's called the monthly age, whereby we have been running this for more than 2 years now. All right, and that's pretty much where I share some of the top US stocks on a monthly basis, and there are like more than 30 over stocks right now in this service. So let me just share with you guys in this page. The link is right below. Click on it, come to this page, and you can find out a little bit more. But essentially, in this service called the monthly age, you get to join us on a live call at the end of every month, whereby 2 new US stocks will be added into the portfolio, whereby I'll share with you guys not just the fundamental reasons why we like it, but also technically what to do, when to think about getting in and all that. And right now in the portfolio, there are like more than 30 plus hand selected, US stocks reviewed. So we will actually go through all the 30 stocks in this live call as well before revealing 2 new US stocks at the end. We'll even give a quick market commentary. We look at the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and all that, and share with you guys what to do. There's a Q&A session, and you will even have access to this like secret Google sheet whereby all the data are there, right, in terms of all the stock name, not just the name, but also the fundamental reasons why we like it, the potential entry levels, the target zones, and all that. All these are in this secret Google sheet whereby you can view like 24/7. Of course, it will be updated at the live call as well, and also in the middle of the month there will be a review video for all the stocks in the portfolio, and that's where the Google sheet will be updated as well. So this is the service. Check it out. The link is right below. Click on it, and if you want to have access to like more than 30 over top US stocks like this, check out this service called the monthly age. So yes, that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. All right, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.